Hey guys, welcome to my another video, and in this video we are going to talk about shared preferences packages for Flutter mobile app development. So it is available for Android, iOS, Linux, macOS, web and Windows. And as you guys can see over here, likes, pub point and popularity percentage, it's pretty clear that it is very well uh, it is very well received package by the Flutter team and for the Flutter mobile app development. So before just jumping into the code, let me share how it works. So suppose this is your app, and how this all will be working is that there is a cache memory for every device, and there is a specific memory allocated to your app, and shared preferences will communicate between these two. So it will be two-way communication, and the shared preferences will work like a intermediary layer between them, or like a bridge. So your app and cache memory can communicate with each other. So there are multiple ways, like set string, set int, and we have a particular key for each value. So it's just like map. You have it's just like map in which we have key value pairs, and to get a value we just used get string with the appropriate key. So just let's move toward to the code, and I am running the app right now. So just let me quit the app and rerun the app. So in the first look, this app looks completely like a app which comes by default when you create a Flutter project, but that is not the case in here. So just a quick demo how that shared preferences thing work. So if we have a, you can say, a simple project, a pre-built project which we get while we creating a new Flutter project. This is a simple Flutter demo homepage. So in that project, if we click on the counter increment button, and just say we are closing the app, and if we reopen the app, here will be 0 instead of 14. But what is happening right now is this value is stored in the system cached memory. System means the device on which we are running the app, in this case iPhone 12 Pro Max, and this is being stored in the device memory right now. So in the default app, this is not the case. So just let me show you how it is all working in the code. So now let's have a look at the code of the app. So first of all, you have to import the Flutter Shared Preferences package. This is exactly same as the predefined project. This is also the same, and this is also same. So what changes is, let's first of all have a look at the UI. So scaffold, which display this whole screen, the UI part. The next is app bar, the app bar over here, and text is the content within the title of the app bar. And then we have body. So body is using a center alongside column widget with the main axis alignment as center, and we have two children, text, and this text is not changing ever, so we will use const as constant over here, because this is going to remain as a fixed text and there is not any changing value in here. And just below that we have another text widget which is displaying the value of the counter. So at the bottom we have a floating action button, also known as fab, and what is happening over here when we press on this floating action button is this increment counter. So now let's just move towards the increment counter. So in this is the function uh, where all magic is happening in this app. So what is happening is, let me get you to the point with step by step guide. So first of all, the counter is incrementing by 1, and then we are calling the share preferences by getting its instance over on the line 35. So as we have created an object of the share preference class called pref, so we use this function setInt to assign a value of counter to this specific key. So as I shown you in the early presentation, so it's just like map key value pair. So in this case, counter value is a key and counter is the value. And also remember, the key should always be a string, it cannot be a number. If for just sake of this demo, let me give it as you can say integer or double, it will not work. So it should always be a string, so always keep that in mind. And after that, we're just not doing anything and we're just setting state. But there is also another thing, and that is when we start the app, there should be a value in the counter to display on the screen. So for that, we are using the init state. So init state is a function which is called first time when your UI is building. So every time the screen reappears, or every time this whole home page is rebuilt, not rebuild, or only the first time it is built, so this function is called. And when this function is being called, we are calling another function within this function, which is get counter value. And when this function is called, we are again creating an instance of the shared preferences. And as we have used set integer when we are updating the value, to get the value we are using get integer, and we are using the same key. So remember that we have to use the same key so we don't miss out, and we have to check what are the value we are getting from the getting. So suppose the app is running for the first time, and if the value or we are getting as a getInt function, from the getInt function it will be equals to null, then that means that we have no value stored in there, and we have to make a have to set a value for the first time. So what we will do then, if there is no value over there, then we will just set the counter value to 0, and the if there is value in the you can say and if there will be value in the cache alongside the you can say the specific key of the counter value, then we will get that value and store that in the value integer variable, and then according to that we will update the counter variable. So it is very simple, you can say, idea to grab. So let me just have a temple tab again, show you how it's working. And if I'm just closing the just project like that, and shared preferences, if I reopen the project, so it should be 32. So that's pretty much it for this video. And if you have any question, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. And alongside that, if you have any recommendations, also do let me know so I can improve my video quality and um, make more videos and help more developers around the world. Thank you.